Major story that broke late last week about former interim DNC chairperson Donna Brazile and what she characterizes as allegations that, yes, Hillary Clinton stole the Democratic primary from Bernie Sanders. I did an hour live stream about this late last week. It's archived on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/The David Pakman Show. Check it out, took questions on it, etc. And I want to start, first of all, by pointing out that everybody who was emailing me over the weekend saying, David, you're never going to talk about this story because you're a shill for Hillary or a shill for the Democrats or whatever, I would ask what evidence suggests that, number one, and number two, just remind you that we don't do shows over the weekend. So I've been studying this story all weekend, and of course I'm going to talk about it today. And the headlines were, Donna Brazile came clean about a coordinated effort between Hillary Clinton and DNC staffers, the DNC, to steal the primary election. And intuitively, we knew that Hillary Clinton and the DNC were working together, right? We talked about debate scheduling. We talked about sharing offices. We talked about some of what we knew about fundraising and the way fundraising was being done. The DNC was in no way an unbiased arbiter in the Democratic primary. Now, Brazile's allegations specifically are that the Democratic National Committee organized a sort of money laundering scheme with Hillary Clinton by which people would donate money to the DNC, and that then Hillary Clinton would get the majority of that money herself. And this is a way to circumvent these individual contribution limits. You can donate to each state Democratic Party and then to the National Democratic Party, and that is going to be way more money than you would be allowed to donate by federal election law just to Hillary Clinton directly. So these are bombshell allegations. And Donna Brazile wrote an article in Politico. She totally throws Debbie Wasserman Schultz, the DNC chair that was replaced by Donna Brazile, under the bus and doesn't take any blame. Now, is Donna Brazile's account completely accurate? Can we think of some reasons why we should look with just as skeptical an eye at what Donna Brazile has said as we looked at what Hillary Clinton has said, Debbie Wasserman Schultz? And I think that we should. We should take all claims with a skeptical eye. Donna Brazile says had she known about this, she never would have agreed to become interim chair of the DNC. Maybe, who knows? Really easy to say that now. Donna Brazile has also made it clear that she wants to sell books by the timing of this. She could have, quote, come clean about this before. Now she has a book that she wants to sell, and the revelations are certainly well-timed with that. So this is a big deal. There are people on the left who are splitting themselves into Brazile is literally true in every word, and it confirms everything we suspected, or Brazile can't be trusted at all. No, this is a big deal. The money supposedly for the eventual candidate was in advance, allegedly taken out of the DNC, mostly by the Clinton campaign. Nothing short of monumental. It's essentially a legal type of money laundering. Money laundering is a crime, but this is money laundering used colloquially. What we mean is it was a way to get Hillary Clinton money that was actually donated to the DNC, but there's no indication that this would be illegal. Now, the counter to this is what? We've seen the counter arguments come out over the weekend. One counter is, well, hey, Bernie had a very similar joint fundraising agreement in place, but he never used it. He opted not to activate it. There's truth to that, and there's distortion to that. The reality is that both Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders had joint fundraising agreements with the DNC. It's true that Bernie Sanders never activated his, but there is also a separate agreement here, which gave Hillary Clinton's campaign oversight over staffing and policy, and Bernie Sanders did not have an agreement that included that. So don't fall for that talking point, whole cloth, but there is some truth to that. And there are groups now fighting over the minutia of this, and I think that that's actually a distortion. I think that the right conversation is the big picture, no matter how you slice it here, is that Democrats, Inc. chose Hillary, right? The degree to which the process was corrupted, we could debate, but I think that's actually a waste of time. Whatever Donna Brazile says, did it happen exactly like she says, or was it slightly different than she says? That is less relevant now. The DNC is failing bigly here, and there is no straightening that out for now. The DNC, the Democratic Party, needs to move to the left. There's no indication they're ready to do it. They need to really purge the organization and do a total reset. Tom Perez is the DNC chair, and there's no indication that he's going to be doing that either. Am I stunned by the details of Donna Brazile's revelations? Not really. It's more or less the exact type of thing that anyone who paid attention to the public-facing campaigns all along would have assumed was happening. Do I believe Donna Brazile's version of her involvement? She said, I thought about starting a process to replace Hillary with Joe Biden, which is a whole other story, and I never would have taken the job. I don't know. Is she being candid now all of a sudden to appear to save face? I have no idea. But I do not believe that that's the most relevant part. The most relevant part is the DNC, Democrats, Inc., have failed and will continue to fail if they don't make big changes. And there's no indication that they're ready to make them. Last thought. We've heard people dismiss this entire story by saying, hey, come on, the election is over. Hillary lost, give it up. It's over or it's in the past is no more valid here than it is with the fact that if Trump-Russia collusion took place, it's also in the past, right? That's logically fallacious, and you got to get away from that. That stuff will rot your brain 100%. So we're going to continue following this. The initial revelations were certainly more shocking than what a deeper look reveals, but I don't think that that's what the left needs to be arguing about. Arguing about whether Donna Brazile can be trusted 190, 70, or 30% in terms of her allegations is not going to fix the Democratic Party, and it's not clear that the Democratic Party is going to be fixed at this time. The video you just finished watching was made possible by you through the membership program. You can sign up for membership at davidpakman.com/membership. We are viewer-supported independent media. You can use the coupon code IVOTED17 for a 40% discount off of your membership.